emergency PA. Document.
Investigator Hack. I repeat, do not...
Command? But I'm taking command of the Endurance. And then we can talk about completing the mission.
Dr. Mann, listen to me.
This is not about my life or Cooper's life. This is about all mankind. There is a moment.
See, what we call God depends upon our tribe, Clark Jim. Because God is tribal. God takes sides. No man in the sky intervened when I was appointed to deliver me from Daddy's fist and abominations. I figured out way back. God is all powerful. He cannot be all good.
Something, isn't it? The men of Kansas live on a pancake, so we come to the mountains. All downhill from here. Down to the floodplain, where I'm at the bottom of the world. I remember one season when water came bad. It couldn't have been 12. Dad had out the shovels and we went at it all night. We worked till I think I fainted. We managed to stop the water. Saved the farm. The grandma baked me a cake. Said I was a hero. Later that day we found out. We blocked the water all right. We sent it upstream. All night water washed away. While they ate the hero cake, their horses were drowned. I used to hear them growling in my sleep. Did the nightmares ever stop? Yeah. When I met your mother, she gave me faith that there's good in this world. She was my world.
Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network, and welcome to Night Shift with Skywalker and Stino.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here rocking out with us, and we appreciate that. Much love, man. Yo, what's going on, Stino? How you feeling today, homie? And thank you for being here first and foremost. And how was your day, Brody?
Hey, it was good, man. A little bit of construction work. I was out in the sun, you know what I'm saying? So got a little darker, a little more blacker, and a little more darker. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but it was beautiful, man. Ain't nothing wrong with doing a little bit of hard work. So yeah, man, I'm glad I got that done, though. It was a good day. It was a lot of stuff taken care of. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm having a good one. What about you, bro? How was your day?
Oh yeah, had a pretty cool day as well. Got everything done with on time, and got on back to the house. Got some good food, and then took a little bit longer to put stuff together for the stream. And then I thought, but we are here, and it shouts out to everybody that's in the live chat, and that everybody that will be partaking in the replay crew as well. Much love, y'all. We about to get it in and have a good show here for y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? It got a few topics, and it should be pretty dope. So much love to everybody. We got GDI in the chat, Geek Defense Initiative. What's going on, bro? We got Brogu in the building. What's going on, Brogu? Antonio Lopez, Qatar, El Necron. Shout out to the cool table, right?
Greasy.
We might have to do a stream too pretty soon, just letting the homies know. You know what I'm saying? Because we got some topics to discuss for sure. But
need to see the big dog on camera. The big dog.
Right. Yeah, man. Much love though, bro. And glad to have y'all here rocking out in the chat. Let's go ahead and get through with this little rigmarole and start the show, because we got some stuff to discuss. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, sharing the content out, subscribing as well, and hitting that notification bell so that you know when I'm going live, because sometimes they send the notifications out, sometimes they don't, you know what I mean? But if you hit the notification bell, you will have a better chance of being notified whenever I'm going live. You know what I'm saying? So much love to everybody that has been showing his support up to this point, and everybody that will be rocking out and going into the future as well. We are over here, the originators, the hashtag sell ZSJL, sell Snyderverse to Netflix movement. We've been trying to procure that conclusion to Zack Snyder's DC arc over on the Netflix platform. So if you want to rock out with what we've been doing, just use these hashtags and let it be known. And if you would like to also follow the rules of engagement, which are being positive, don't mix these hashtags with others, and also don't reply to or anything like that. Anybody over at WBD, we just trying to have this conversation with Netflix and them exclusively, and have been doing a great job of doing so up to this point. So we just want to continue with that trend. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X/Twitter are also platforms that you should be subscribed to and following, as all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Leon of the New Geeks. And lastly, but certainly not least, if you guys would like to sponsor a stream, make sure that you give super chats and they're tallied up, and you will do it. Yo, that's like my inside.
Hey,
and they will be tallied up. You know what I mean? And
it's cool when they do it.
Whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom, like the homie W Mir does of this stream right now. Man, much love, y'all.
Yeah, shout out to anybody who sponsors the stream, bro. Like, yeah,
facts.
Where, man, sponsorships, dog. Sponsorships, no cap.
Dope. But let's go ahead and let's get started with the show. First of all, we got this Sasha Calle business to discuss, right? Sasha Calle, for those of you guys that don't know, was Supergirl in the Flash movie that was released. That was last year, if I'm not mistaken, right? Last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she was obviously not brought back as Supergirl moving forward in the DCU with James Gunn and his plans. And she recently kind of spoke out about this, and she had a lot to say. We had checked out this Bounding into Comics Actually, hold on. Let me share this screen. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Right. She reveals heartbreak of losing Supergirl role in a multi-year deal. Right. Touts representation she brought to the part. Yeah. First of all, even with this headline, right? Because one of the things that was funny was that I kept hearing, because when Henry Cavill wasn't brought back as Superman, it was kind of let out that he in fact had kind of just a handshake agreement, right? And that it was like, hey, I'm gonna come do this a little cameo, and I'll be back as Superman in these following films. And then he wasn't brought back, right? And I heard a lot of people saying, yo, well, he should have had it in his contract. He should have had a signed contract, right? Well, obviously, that didn't stop him from doing the same thing to Sasha Calle, because she had a contract and a multi-year deal. And it didn't matter with her either. So, yeah. Wait, first of all, you want to kind of speak on that? Because it seems like they both got the same treatment, Superman and Supergirl, even though they went about it in different ways, right?
Yeah, she just probably did too decent of a job in the role. And like I know, it's a crash out mission over there, bro. Yeah. It's a crash out. It's a crash out mission. They turned in a little Dirk over there. It's crash out. James Dirk.
James right.
Full on crash out mission. Like, but aside from that, like, just a quick side note. Go ahead.
She actually looks like she could have been Cavill's cousin too, right? Like,
I was actually about to say that. Like, it really would have worked on screen just from a visual standpoint. Obviously, the acting and writing and all that stuff has to be in place as well. But like visually, I think that they would have worked well. But aside from that, funny enough, I see her a lot. Like a lot. Like once a month, 2 times a month, I'll be seeing her. You know what I mean? And like, she's super cool, super chill, and like she actually was really, really excited about it, because I'm a nerd, so I would talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not about to walk and see me at the same spot all the time. Me and I'd be like, hey, so whoosh, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We finna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So she was just hyped. She was like, yeah, like it's a dream. Like, I couldn't ask to be playing anything better. I couldn't ask to be doing nothing better. Like, and I think she was doing a good job, bro. So that explains it to me. If she had been doing more shitty, she probably would have gotten a raise and everything that she could have possibly asked for, probably in the form of like terrible movies and publicity or whatever. But she could have got it though. But it's a crash out mission.
Man.
Straight crash.
Look, she says here, I had a conversation about her future many times. When I signed on to that, it was for a multiple picture deal. That's a common thing when you sign onto a franchise. So it was very heartbreaking for me, and it was very confusing. Ultimately, I know that I did my best. Right? And this is the interesting part, because I thought to myself, I was like, hey, there's already going to be one kind of a set of circumstances that they were going to have to deal with in recasting her as Supergirl, and it wasn't going to look good. But there was another one that I didn't even think about. It goes on to say, identifying herself as queer, Calle is also proud of the representation she added to the DCEU, though it wasn't explicit or relevant to the Flash's plot. I look back at it as something super beautiful. It's been said that a queer Latina girl like me couldn't be Supergirl, but I was, and no one can take that away from me.
Really quick though, I do just want to say no one has ever said that ever.
Right. That's funny. But what I was going to say was just the fact that you were going to be recasting a Latina actress with a blonde white Supergirl was going to be like a bad look anyway, right? Like when you really think about the fact that with people really, because even though the Flash film was kind of not well received for the most part, one of the things that people did love about that character was Sasha Calle's Supergirl. And there's all these kind of examples of certain characters moving forward into the DCU that were in the DCEU, but then it's like some of them aren't. And it's just a very confusing thing overall. And I think that when you add all of these things up, it just kind of creates this tough situation.
Yeah, I was thinking about this from both sides, right? Like, as a young actor, this is a horrible situation to be a part of, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's saving grace in it, which is like, it doesn't make much sense from the standpoint of performance and the way that things were looking, and you know what I mean? Like, it was tracking well, so it doesn't make sense based on that. She shouldn't lose a ton of her acting credibility, or she should, you know what I mean? Hopefully this shouldn't be too big of a blow, just because of how good of a job she was actually doing. You know what I mean? How well it was, like how decently it was showing. So that sucks. But she should still have like some positive outlook on like career going forward. I do think that that's still well in play. But from a studio standpoint, I was like, while you were talking, I was totally listening, but at the same time, like I almost can't believe how crazily they're trying to devalue this company,
Bro, it's wild, dude.
This is insane. Right? It's such an interesting thing to think about as we enter the ages that we are, and we're in like these enlightenment ages, right? Where we just reach a different level of consciousness. Eye just opens up a little more, right? You see through a bit more bullshit. You know what I mean? You deal with more things business wise, and from a finance standpoint, and a lot of it's different, but a lot of it's the same. The more things change, the more they stay in the same. So you just gain so much more perspective. And a younger me, 10 years ago me, 8 years ago me, listening to this, looking at this, probably wouldn't draw all of the same conclusions that I'm able to draw today. But damn, bro, it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game.
Yeah, man. Yep. You have is this part here, which, matter of fact, confirms that Mikey was right once again. Crazy. Calle admits that there's some frustration since he originally shot an ending of The Flash that was supposed to pave the way for future adventures as part of her multi-film contract. Yes, there was her and Cavill was supposed to be at the end of that movie, bro. Together.
Called it.
That was shot. There was supposed to be an ending with her and Cavill, bro. But no. You know? Yeah, I just wanted to kind of share some of this article with you guys. Y'all make sure to go check that out. You know, it's just, man, it's wild, bro. All right. Yo, much love to the homie W Mir with the $20 super chat saying, Sasha Calle be like, I placed this article face down, and in my turn, the article has a flip effect. When revealed, it inflicts 1,000 damages on James Gunn's side of the field, who is playing a Toon World deck. Yo, shouts out to the homie W. Mirror, yo. Oh my God, bro.
Oh my fucking God, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Dude.
Oh
Hey,
my
bro.
God, bro.
Oh
my God, bro. Yo.
Who is playing?
Yo, bro.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Hey.
W.
Look.
W.
Y'all know what that get.
W.
Y'all know what that get. You know what I'm saying?
W fucking comment.
I placed this article.
W's in the fucking chat, dude.
Bro,
spam.
Oh my God, bro.
Please spam the W's in the chat, bro.
Damn, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Bro, it's the I placed this article face down for me, bro.
And in my turn. I had my, as soon as I saw and that it was him and I saw that it was money, I was like, oh my God, bro, this is ridiculous. So I wasn't even reading with you. So after you said in my turn, I was already dead. And then he said it had a flip effect. I was like, oh my God.
Yo. Oh, shit, man. Yo, that's crazy, bro.
W's in chat, bro.
Bro, that is crazy.
Oh my God, W fucking comment, bro.
Y'all know that when them big donations come over here, how we get down. So it's time.
Hold on, Dre. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. I see dead people.
Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like, what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all in they mama. How many op really got? Mean it's too many options. Finish pass on his body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down, whole time I know he got some pulling him, extra shit, bully that throwing him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they're in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand me down. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Papa got a real case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal. God, fuck him up. I'ma do myself. Why you calling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably they not like us. 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 They not like us.
Bro, bro, every time I see that video, I just be thinking to myself, like, damn, that was crazy.
What a repass. What a repass.
Right? But yo, shout out to the homie W Mirado, man. But yeah, back to Sasha Calle, yo. Bro, this situation is wild, man. Like, to have somebody just, you know, really put in a role where it seems like they could thrive, and you know, from the very first time that we kind of started to get our first looks at Sasha Calle in this role, we all thought that she was pretty much going to kill it. And yo, I thought she absolutely did. And I thought that, you know, she could have had a role to play in the continuation of anything, man. Like, I just think that when you have people that are playing roles well, you want to keep them there, right? Like, but nah, it just seems like it's that no. If that's not what it's about, Stino.
No, bro, that's the problem. A continuation of a congruent story is a fucking problem. That's a problem. That is a success story. That is an issue. They're not looking to have a Rudy style situation. They don't want it to go well. There's no incentive to do that. And that is baffling. And there have to be tax incentives to do that. Or there have to be fail safes in place to where if the company falls below a certain valuation, that there is a levy breaks. There's
some
no
kind of clause or
way.
something, you know.
There has to be. There's got to be a protection. There has to be a protection.
Yeah, because it's wild that, you know, while the company's stock price has been plummeting and they've been having all of these, like, you know, huge box office flops and stuff, it just seemed like David Zaslav has just continued to get more and more money, right? And it's
what you said, bro. It's exactly what you said. They are plummeting the stock price, and I'm talking about devouring that shithole, eating it as fast as they can, grabbing as much as they can. And as soon as they done, when this quarter is over, and as soon as they done, they're going to get rid of all of these motherfuckers. James Gunn going to be out on his ass, and they're going to bring in somebody competent, and then they're going to start all over again. Maybe in a year or two. They may step away from the superhero films for a year starting next season, and then get back to it in some time. But I'm fully convinced. I'm fully convinced.
But Superman come out next year, you know. I also think that was a huge part of it too, right? Like, all of these films that came out before Superman,
that's the only thing that they tried.
Yeah, they had to flop. All of these films had to flop, though. Like, if any of them did well, it would kind of incentivize,
invalidate
the story, right? Yep. So it's like, to show you guys that we are, like, we need to reboot. Look at all these failures, right? So it's just weird because ever since James Gunn has been put into this,
niggas are on the tank.
Fucking position, tank, right, bro? It's been crazy. Like, he's literally been making
with no Wimby,
bro. He's been making these additions to these movies, right? And a lot of them have been not doing so well because of these same additions, right? So it's like, how do you continue forward with that same guy, right? You act like he had nothing to do with these projects, and then
that is the proof.
You just say, hey, look, when Superman comes out, that's when it's going to be new, guys. That's the new shiny thing. And yeah, it's just a bold risk, with especially playing with somebody like James Gunn that hasn't shown to be like a totally like outside of Marvel, he has no hits like that, man. this is not even me just talking smack. This is like a bona fide fact. Outside of the Disney Marvel machine, he has no like notable box office track record that would give me credence to think that he could craft a great Superman movie that's gonna bring everybody, bring all the DC fan bases together. Like, he's already admitted that the fan base is fractious and that they're not gonna please everybody. So if he's going into it saying, "Yo, I'm not gonna please everybody," why should we hope for you know, a product to bring everybody together? I don't know. It's just strange things all around, bro.
Yeah, look, in my opinion, at least, this is how do I say this? I guess I should ask a question. Where is this in horror films? Or where is this in comedies? Where is this in dramas or action films or anything like that? Where does this exist? Right? It's almost like when you look at rap music, right? You look at hip hop and you see what they deal with contractually, right?
Yeah.
How many people, how many stories in hip hop you hear about people getting bad deals this and bad deals that, get screwed out of this money and taken out of that money, 360 deal this and what have you, right?
Yep.
Where is that in country music?
Yeah.
Where's that? What's the last country artist that you heard of that just went straight pop? Like, they was huge, big artists, killing it out there, and they broke as a joke right now. All because they got played out of some money.
You already see it.
You understand what I mean? Not only are you not seeing this in any other, now, like, the difference is in hip hop, you're seeing it across the board, right? Every record label that's involved in general, you're seeing this, right? In this situation, this shit is limited to a building.
Yeah.
It's a building that's doing this. As many mess ups, as many fuck ups as Marvel has had, they are not intentionally fucking up. These are just natural fuck ups. They happening, but they're natural. You know what I mean? I even think, like, when I look at the Jonathan Majors situation, I'm not blown away by that. I think it's the wrong choice, but I'm not blown away by that. That doesn't scream sabotage. You understand what I mean? That's just, we were scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were afraid of the public's reaction to not having some form of corrective action, right? NBA player does something that is not really detrimental to the team, but it got out and everybody saw it. So now we got to give him a 2-game suspension in which he keeps his pay.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So that I just wasn't confused by that, or I shouldn't say wasn't confused. It doesn't scream sabotage. This is complete and utter foolishness unless it's sabotage.
Yeah, bro.
And that is what it is. I'm unwilling to say, I said this last time, I'm unwilling to address this as anything else. I don't want to have any kind of wishy-washy conversations about what this is or what we are witnessing, because this is it. You got to turn every single thing that had anything to do with anything from the past that was good into absolute shit. And not only turn it into shit, we're going to turn it into burning shit in the most comical way possible and do things that no one in Hollywood has ever seen. We're going to turn this entire situation into a dysfunctional dumpster fire until this wonderful new Superman movie comes out. The sweatpants Superman suit comes out.
And who's gonna be on TikTok, by the way. But it's crazy, man.
He got a Fat Farm jogging suit, Superman costume on.
Hey, bro. Yo, it's crazy, dude. Like
That's what it is. That is what's happening.
It's really insane.
I really hope
I
Marvel goes either Marvel. Oh, my
Hey.
bad, bro. My bad. I'll be quick.
Mhm.
I hope either Marvel or Zach just goes and gets everybody, bro. Just go get them all, bro. Go get them all. They could do a completely different idea. You know what I mean? They can do a completely different IP. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I hope all these people are able to step away from this dumpster fire.
Nah, I think everybody
Actors.
is gonna be straight in terms of the actors, but it's just, man, this whole thing didn't have to happen. And if you really want to be honest, all of this could have been
Corn sweat.
All of this could have been alleviated if we just got one wrap-up project, bro.
Corn sweat is about to be a casualty. Corn sweat is the real casualty. Isn't that ironic? Think about that. Think about the fact that people like Sasha Calle and Henry Cavill, obviously Henry Cavill, but these other actors that all got screwed. The one who is really going to get it is Corn Sweat, because this is a try-hard movie, right? They spent Lord of the Rings money on this movie.
Yeah, and they acting like they didn't, which is wild. They spent like 360 M's. Bro.
You better.
That's wild.
This shit better be in its bag, boy. It better be in its bag. I ain't lying. It better be in its bag.
Nah, look, it's a tough situation. I think that she gonna land on her feet just fine. Shouts out to Sasha Calle. She did a great job as Supergirl. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Squid Game 2, man. Look, I'm
James
talking about this, right? Because first of all, I've been kind of like halfway out the loop. Wait.
Let me go first.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, no. If you was out the loop, then you can go first. Because you
No.
saw the end of the first one.
Go
right?
ahead.
You didn't see the end of the first one? You saw the end of the first one.
No. I meant out the loop, like within the past like few days. I've been like kind of halfway out of the loop. Okay. I didn't know that the trailer had come out until recently.
Okay. Bro,
and
I was so mad. I was so hot when I saw it at the
end of season 1. Oh,
bro,
my
you
God.
know this. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
I was so mad, bro.
I remember.
Those were such dumb choices.
Hey, it was all kind of foreshadowed though, bro.
But this is a network of like, it's what seems like collectively trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you, a guy in this building in which they killing everybody for sport.
Right.
You just about to glitch it out. You just about to get glitchy in this hole.
Right.
That's it. Man, where's his kid?
Right. Hey.
He was supposed to go see his kid.
I know. Bro. It was foreshadowed, bro.
Go be with your kid, bro. That's crazy, gang.
Bruh, I think that he might have been the old man's son. And if you remember, he left his family to stay and go be in the game.
So you don't want to break this generational curse? You just want to keep it going?
Hey, I'm just saying, bro.
Make the kid strong, I guess, huh?
It was forced. I'm not saying it was the right decision.
Look him in the face and be like, come and kill me. And then fade off.
Right? Nah, I'm not saying it was the right decision.
Cut a cross in his forehead and tell him to come and kill you.
I'm not even saying that, I condone that behavior. I'm just saying it was foreshadowed. That's all I was saying. Right?
The silhouette? No, I agree. I agree.
Right?
No. But you're right. You're right. It was foreshadowed. I won't fight you on that. I won't deny that in any way. But I thought the show was great. I'm sure that this is going to be good. It was very well done. Based on the trailer, it seems like it was really well done. So I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm definitely still excited to see it. But I'm going to be looking at him like this. I'm gonna have one side of my face put up on bro the whole time. Every time I see him on camera.
Bruh, this trailer was so tense for me, bro.
Yeah.
This shit was super tense. I had a really fun time with season 1. I was super hyped for season 2, and the trailer definitely did not disappoint. I'm happy that it's dropping later this year, bro. It's dropping in December.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So is you hyped for season 2, bro? Is you gonna watch it? Is you gonna binge it? What are you doing?
I'm passionate about it, obviously. So I'm definitely gonna watch it.
You know what? I might fuck around and have to do a watch along for this, man. Bro, I loved season 1, bro.
Season 1 was crazy.
Yo, I called that the old man was in on it super early. I think I called it in like episode 3. Whatever episode that it was when they turned off all of the lights and they went in there and just started shooting.
Yeah, when they had that fight.
Yeah. And then as soon as, because if you remember, they couldn't find him at first after they was looking for him. And then the old man just popped up at the top later and he started screaming like, yo, I'm scared. Y'all stop. I don't want y'all to do this anymore. And then they came in and they kind of broke everything up. And I was like, bruh, he in on it, bro. I was like, what? Like, he just told him to stop. And they came rushing in here. I was like, nah.
You know what? They got me. Because
really?
I didn't even feel that. Yeah, they did. Because I didn't even feel that in that moment.
Bro,
I was just kind of like, I think I was just kind of like, oh shit, it's turn. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like,
bro. Oh God, bro.
I was just kind of watching.
As soon as that happened, I said, nah, bro. I said he in on it, bro. I was like, ain't no way. I'm like, bro, that was too convenient.
I see it now. I see it.
I'm like, y'all can't find him, meaning he fucking knew what was about to happen. And then everybody started getting got. And then all of a sudden he just, oh, I'm scared. And they come rushing in there. I was like, bro, come on, man.
They had me, bro.
He an informant.
They had me.
Nah, bro.
They had me.
I thought it was turned. Right. But look, I love season 1. Definitely looking forward to season 2.
Are you tricking the old man in a marble game or what?
Oh my God.
In the marble game. He losing
He tried, right?
He losing his rational faculties.
He was also, bro, that game.
They about to come in there and pop you and him. Y'all better figure it out.
Right.
At that point, at the final stage of the game, you've seen so many people die. Like at this point, you are in full on preservation mode. So since nobody want to do it, I do it. I ain't got no problem. I say it. I know nobody want to say it.
Yeah.
But he got to go.
Like, bro. But he got to go, right?
But he got to go. He got to go. I'm gonna give him a hug too and tell him, bro, you lived your life. Your grandkids gonna hate you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real though. Like,
oh my God.
Nah. I think I'm on that. I think I'm on that with him. I think I'm on that with OG.
I'm on season 2. Definitely looking forward to it. But let's go ahead and move on to the last topic.
Yeah, get to that. No, I was gonna say Malik needs to go ahead and binge. He just go ahead and binge season 1, bro. Just go ahead and binge season 1.
Go ahead
and knock it out. It's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah, go ahead and knock that out.
Right,
binge
for sure. Let's go ahead and
we got plenty of time.
get to the last topic. I know it wasn't in the thumbnail or the title, but I just wanted to toss this on y'all because wasn't no way I wasn't going to talk about this. Wasn't no way. Quentin Tarantino and Hideo Kojima have come out and put it on wax that they rocking with Joker 2. We about to get into this, and this should be an interesting discussion, right? But look, I'm gonna let Stino go first because we're gonna talk about each one. We're gonna break down the Tarantino situation, and then we're gonna break down the Kojima situation. But I'm gonna just say this, like, because y'all know how I felt about the film, right? I've been very clear about that. But you know, with all of what has been said about this movie and the overall zeitgeist, it is super dope to hear two goats kind of come out and really rock out with the same thing that you saw when you was watching the film. So let's go ahead and talk about this. But Tarantino first, man. He had some that seems to be the more explosive one out of the two, or from what I've seen in terms of the reactions online. And we'll get to why that is in 1 second. But man, what'd you think about this Tarantino situation, bro?
So since the last show, I have seen it. I would agree with his assessment of Joaquin Phoenix's performance. I think Joaquin Phoenix is incredible, right? I think he's in that really rare air, like right beneath like Daniel Day-Lewis, and kind of shit like that. Joaquin Phoenix is really, 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 really cold. So I want to get that out the way and state that I agree. I also don't think that the movie was bad. I don't. I think it was a good film. I think his assessment is also right to say that in 10 years, this film will be seen in a different light. I totally agree. More people are going to agree with it in 10 or like it in 10, 20 years or see what they were trying to accomplish.
That was Kojima.
20 years. Oh, was that Kojima?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I agree with him. I agree with
the Quentin one was
we'll get to that too, because I do agree with that. The FU to Hollywood and comic book geeks and whatever, right? He's a geek in the most glowing way possible, in the most loving way possible. Quentin Tarantino is an actual nerd. Like manga nerds and comic book nerds have no need to be going back and forth. There's no need to fight. There's no need for manga nerds and comic book nerds to go back and forth. I also don't see how this was really a fuck you to Hollywood. That portion of his assessment, I don't really understand. But him talking about, how do I say this? It's almost like an NBA owner or an NBA head coach saying, fuck the fans. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, you kind of got to remember you kind of got to remember how you get paid, my dog. You kind of got to remember who put you in position to be who you are, to make the films that you want to make, right? It's the fans. People come see your movies because they get what they expect out of you and your films, right? We understand what a Tarantino movie is, right? That's why we go to the theaters with that expectation. If we went to a Tarantino film and got a musical, we may, whatever fuck you he was trying to get, he might get that back. And he has to be okay with that. Right? Him and whatever ideas he may have had, whatever he thinks is the best thing to do, he has to be okay with that. He has to be okay with the public's response. So an NBA owner or an NFL owner talking about fuck the fans is a fool, he's running a fool's errand. And I can't see why. That's my issue. I'm having a hard time understanding where he's coming from with that, or why he doesn't see that there is that a logical conclusion couldn't be drawn to say that we got one film in one certain fashion, and while that first film leaned a bit into being more musically themed than what we're used to seeing from like a superhero film or something to that effect, we weren't expecting to get a musical. And I think anytime you get a musical or you're receiving a piece of art or what have you, for the most part, especially something that's media based, that's going to be viewed, that you have to spend money on up front, you should have a relatively decent idea of what that is, or at least what form that you are going to be entertained in. So as much as I love Tarantino, bro, shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna hold you. You can shut the fuck up. The fans are well informed enough, intelligent enough, and have. This is my last point. The fans are well informed enough and intelligent enough for us to just give you our assessment of it, and then you accept that. Right? I don't need a director's explanation of why I should give a fuck about this movie more than I do. Any more than I do, or any less than I do, for that matter. I got it. I get it. I know what I saw. Musical number 2 of my lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Even though I don't feel the same, I do understand where you're coming from, because one, we didn't know there was going to be a musical for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like over 2 years. And I don't think that a film changing genres for a sequel is necessarily a net bad thing. There are examples of films that have had sequels that have branched in completely different genres and felt almost nothing like is the first. Terminator to Terminator 2 are 2 completely different movies. Alien to Aliens are 2 completely different movies. Both of those would even fall into different genres, whereas Alien was a horror movie, Aliens was a sci-fi action film, right? Like, there has been films that have branched out and done different things that have been very successful. And something else is, I don't think that Todd Phillips said, fuck the audience. I think that that's how Quentin was interpreting this. But in terms of him saying fuck the comic book geeks portion, I mean, this was a conversation that Leon and I had been having on Hold My DualShock and also on this platform too. Things have been dominated by this comic book geek culture, and the shit is gone too far. Canon has become this thing where you can use canon to almost justify anything if it has been in a comic book. I'll give you a great example with the new Silver Surfer situation in Fantastic Four, right? Like, because there's been this female Silver Surfer that was in like 3 to 4 issues, it makes it okay that when we get the first ever incarnation in the MCU, that, you know, hey, it's cool because this happened this one time, like some years back.
Right.
This conversation,
it's my 1,000 times perfect. It's
right?
my 1,000 times perfect Superman argument.
Yeah, right. And also something else, right? With this film, especially, you know, DC has had something that has been very successful, and it's been really one of the differentiating factors between it and Marvel, and that's been Elseworlds, right? It's been their ability to tell these crazy little weird stories that are just like off in their own little universe, and they don't have to really affect anything else, right? And they've been able to take risks. That's how you get a The Dark Knight Returns. That's how you get Injustice. That's how you get a Gotham by Gaslight, a Kingdom Come, like all these stories that we know and love that didn't take place in like any main kind of continuity. They were their own little offshoots, right? So with this film being an offshoot, and an Elseworld story based upon what we got in the first film, I feel like the first film was also a fuck you to the comic book. If it wasn't a fuck you to the comic book geeks to have a child as Bruce Wayne, that should have that's like, I keep saying this, like that should have given it away to everybody exactly what the fuck was going on, because this Joker can never interact with a Batman. If Bruce Wayne is he was like he wasn't a fucking toddler, but you know what I'm saying? He was in like elementary school, bro. Right? He was sunning him. He was giving them that little smile, right? Like, no, this was an Elseworld story. So a lot of the comic book things that people were trying to hold this film to, it's like, yo, can we just enjoy this for what it is? And I think that is the angle that Todd Phillips was going at. And I also think that, you know, if anything, I could say that this film wasn't marketed properly, right? But to the quality of this film, though, like, I don't think that because it's a musical, it is necessarily a bad thing. Especially with it being a continuation of that first film. I like, there was nothing in this movie that felt out of place to me, depending, I mean, from the first film, outside of that animated intro, which I could not stand and I thought was stupid as hell. But yeah, I absolutely was rocking with what Quentin said, because I do think that, hey, like, Todd Phillips was trying. Look, this dude said from the jump he was trying to come in and tell these different kind of stories, these different, like, you know, avant-garde almost type of stories, and then use these top tier filmmakers to come in and do these things. And I think that that's what we got with this second film. Like, it wasn't necessarily what people were expecting, but I also don't know if a straight up Joker sequel, just like we got with the first one, I don't know if that's the right way to go with this either. You know?
It was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, I'm just playing. It may or may not have been. I'm being silly, but what I think we're having a bit of two different arguments to a certain degree, because I also don't agree with you. Content can change. I'm not arguing with the content, right? I'm arguing the content delivery method. Different content delivery method does not necessarily equal bad. It doesn't. right?
Mhm.
We just didn't. I just don't think that everyone was prepared for art studio Joker. You know what I mean? Cal
The
Arts
first
Joker.
one was a art, but the first one was kind of like a. Wait, hold on. He actually.
The first one was like.
Wait. What's funny is because when he said, "Oh," when he spoke about going into the film, and I only say this because you can kind of call the first one is this, right? Because he had also called it one note in the past, but he says here, but I thought it was going to be an arm's length intellectual exercise that ultimately I wouldn't think worked like a movie, right? But that I would appreciate it for what it is, right? I think a arm's length intellectual exercise can almost be how you would describe the first movie.
I'm completely fine with that. I love an intellectual movie, so I have no problem with that at all. And I don't theoretically have a problem with the second one. You know what I mean? I don't. I really don't. I just don't think everybody was ready for it. But it's for me, this is less about the movie
I can
and
agree
more
there.
about what was said, right?
I think that they should
It's
have
less
done
about the movie itself.
more. Hmm?
No, I'm saying I just think it's less about the movie itself and more about what was said. To speak to the art studio comment, I think he wanted an art studio in the first one, but like he has an art studio in the second one. You know what I mean? He's got an art gallery in the second one. He's an art student in the first one.
Is the Met Gala,
Bruh, he's like
right?
in Rick Owens. He's in Rick,
Mhm.
like head to toe, standing next to Gosha Rubinski, and just like it's up. You know what I mean? It's got gothic necklaces on. It's on. He on one in that one. He's got eyeliner. He's on one. He's a full blown artist at that point. Art studio, art gallery, selling prints. You know what I mean? So that's just my argument. I just think it was a
Yeah.
leap. You may not think it was a huge one, but I think it's a relatively large one. It's the first
Oh,
time any superhero movie. It's the first time any superhero movie has changed their content delivery method so drastically, which doesn't equal bad. It just equals very, very different,
yeah.
which will cause some divide. Now, I think people calling for a strict canon version of a film every time we see one is silly. I think that's foolish. That means that like you can never do any new stories with anything, which is dumb. We got some of our best comic book stories from stuff that at the time was obviously non-canon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what was
So
surrounding a lot of the conversation, though, was that this
a
wasn't.
lot, a lot of the stuff that's become, this is what people don't even realize. A lot of these people weren't even alive when the first comic books were written and put out, and the shit that everybody holds as a lot of shit that everybody holds as canon right now, if we were being honest, it's not. It's not. Spider-Man with a cell phone is not canon.
Yes.
Am I lying?
Hey, from a certain aspect, nope. You know what I'm
It's
saying? Like it should
not
be.
canon.
It
They
should
should be
be
doing a
the
period
OG
piece.
shit, right?
They should be doing a
Should
period
be
piece.
doing the whole shit,
Every
right?
superhero movie should be in a period. None of it is canon. None of it. Right? It's like watching some medieval movie and then you're like, hold on
Right.
real quick. And then
Where is that?
pick up his phone, lace his Timberland boots up, and then walk outside. Like, bruh. It's dumb. That is dumb. On its face, it's silly because nothing is canon. In 40 years from now, nothing will
Right.
be canon. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's a dumb argument. I don't think that's a content argument, which I think is a foolish one to have. Now, if you're doing a set of films or you're doing something like a universe, phase 3, whatever, and you're in a phase and you completely deviate from the story in an incredibly drastic way, if you've been telling a canon story this whole time, right? Then, all right, then we can judge you on content from that standpoint. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's fair to do that, especially if they're coming out being like, hey, look, this ain't got shit to do with that. So then when the movie come out and you're like, hey, why this ain't got shit to do with that? It's like, bro, I told you this ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
You know? So that's fair.
Because that's what was kind of frustrating, is that a lot of the conversations devolved into like, oh, but this is not like the Joker, you know what I'm saying? And like it just became this canon argument, and it's like, bro, why are we even discussing this when this is a fucking Elseworld story? Like, it made no sense.
As long as they not go, as long as directors and producers, actors, studios, and what have you are not in there, like, whoa, where's all this criticism coming from? Like, of course there was going to be criticism. Like that part, good, bad, or indifferent, there was going to be criticism, and in part, that's why you did it. You know what I mean? You did it for it to be criticized.
It was going to be polarizing.
100%.
For sure.
So as long as they ain't out here like, whoa, criticism, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Then it's cool.
Right. No, it was
100%.
definitely going to be polarizing. One thing that Quentin brought up that I didn't really realize, but was really true. He said it had a lot of similarities to Natural Born Killers, which was something that I didn't think about. And I was like, damn, it really did. Like, because Natural Born Killers had a lot of kind of cutaways with Mickey and Mallory, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like dancing and doing their own thing, and kind of being in their own world and everything. And it would even go off and kind of show them in like a cartoon world. And, you know, it had like kind of some of those similar vibes.
The first one is more like Natural Born. The first one's more like Natural Born Killers, bro. The only thing that makes the second one more like Natural Born Killers is it's two of them. That's it. The first one really toes the line of musical. the first one, like Natural Born Killers, is music themed, right? It's very, very themed. Like, you can tell how important the music is to the storytelling, aside from everything else, right? The music is.
I bet you never thought that Robert Downey Jr. was going to be Iron Man back then.
No way. No, bro. That is a conversation for another day. And I like Robert Downey Jr. a lot, but I will fry Robert Downey Jr. just for the sake of like the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for the sake of being honest,
I feel it.
and what, not just because I'm not making it. I'll make an is claim in this argument, because there are is claims to be made, but these are all aughts, right? So in the pursuit of like true aughts, I will do this. I will go in on Robert Downey Jr. because he was wild. He was a wild boy. Damn. That was a wild boy. You know what I mean? But that's definitely a story for another day. And yes, you're right. In no way did I think that. But can you tell me what Kojima said? What did he say?
So Kojima, first of all, hold on, let me pull this headline.
While you pull the headline, ultimate respect, bro. The utmost respect for Kojima, bro. The utmost respect. I think that one for you.
All right.
W Mirror with the $4.99 question: best comic book movies with a crazy couple, Joker 2 or Venom LTBC?
Let There Be Carnage, right? Nah.
I've been wanting to read a donation for a long time.
Oh,
I never said that, but I've been wanting to read a donation for a minute. So good looking out, W.
There you go.
Let me get that off. I would say I'm gonna say the Joker. I say Joker 2.
I say Joker 2. And let me get homie a drop. Here you go.
What are they doing here?
They're selling, Mortimer.
Well, that's ridiculous. Unless that crop report... God help us! I told you we shouldn't have committed everything, you asshole! I gotta get Wilson and tell him to sell! Wilson, where you going?
You idiot! Get back in there at once and sell!
But I
Unless that crop report.
Did you ever see that video? Did you ever see that video? I'm not sure if it was MTV or VH1 or whatever, but did you ever see that video of Robert Downey Jr. at in the stock room? In the what you call that room? In the pit of the Wall Street. You ever see that?
Nah.
Bro, it is hilarious. He is young as hell too. Like he is in his 20s. He is like in his 20s, in there, in a suit, and he is just like, because you know him, he's like ultimate free spirit back then for sure. Now he's like a fucking shaman, you know what I'm saying? So like he's in there and he's just kind of walking around, he's just looking at him and shit. And they're just like, and he just when they get outside, he is like, that is the loudest, most pretentious group of wannabe fucking losers that I've ever been around. That shit was funny as hell. But yeah, that shit seems crazy, bro.
Right. All right. Let's get to this. Kojima says Kojima thinks people are wrong about Joker 2 and will realize it decades later. Right. Facts, yo.
He's right.
You're right.
That's
he
fair.
said he said, wait a minute, but she was just seeming like you about to have. This is Tarantino. Oh wait, no, not Tarantino. This is Kojima, bro. This is Solid Snake. You know what I'm saying? MGS.
There's a lot of reverence. There's a lot of reverence in my voice in the way that I speak
right.
when we're speaking about this.
you know
lots of reverence. But no, I agree with that. I said it at first. When I first brought it up, right? I thought that was in Tarantino's article, but I agree with that. You know what I mean?
No,
like
they had two totally different. No, they had two totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah.
But they're arguing for the movie against critical fandom, right? That is what they're arguing against. You know what I mean? They're not just saying like, oh, the movie is this or the movie is that. They're responding to overly critical fandom, right? So when he's saying people are wrong about the movie, he's responding to overly critical fans who are calling for canon or calling for this or because the movie was just this. It's terrible or it's this or it's that. You know? So to that point, I do agree. I agree with that. Do I think the movie would have been better if it wasn't a musical? Duh. Yeah, I do. And Lady Gaga wasn't in it.
Let's see what Kojima had.
Even though she didn't do a bad job, she ain't had to be there.
Wait, where? Okay. He liked the animated opening post, what he called a meta perspective. In the film's trial that follows, the question of his multiple personalities is argued from beginning to end. Is the Joker Arthur? Is the Joker another personality, his shadow? Who exactly is Arthur? First of all, I love these breakdowns from fucking Kojima. Every time like a big film comes out, I'm always waiting for the Kojima breakdown on Twitter. His breakdowns be super dope. But he's like, this revelation eventually transforms into a meta perspective, he says on Twitter. In the previous film, Joker, was it really Joker who captivated audiences around the world, or was it Arthur? This question is constantly raised to Lee and even to the people of Gotham City within the film. We live in an age of mass production of poetic justice heroes, a battle between good and evil. Lately, many spin-off films with a focus on the villains have been made. Can villains be superheroes too? Is this question posed on the big screen as a DC movie too avant-garde? Was it the Joker that the audiences around the world loved? Was it Arthur? This is where the reviews have diverged. Kojima suggests that over the next 10 or 20 years, Joker 2's reputation, quote unquote, will change as well as future superhero flicks. He goes on to say it may take some time for it and to become a true folie ado, but there is no doubt that everyone in the audience loved Joaquin and Gaga in this film. That is what Kojima had to say
That shit
over on
almost
Twitter.
you want to clap.
Hey, he's dope, bro. When it comes to the breakdowns, bro, of like him talking about these films, bro, like he's very thorough and he goes in. And if he don't rock with something,
But
you can tell.
He
bro.
writes like a poem. But he writes like a poem.
he almost speaks in haiku form. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Bro, I wanted to clap when that shit was over. I was about to be like, oh shit.
Right.
That shit was smooth, yeah. No, I mean, I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. The fandom can be way too critical. Way too critical. And I just think this is one of those moments of them being critical as hell.
Yeah, it's gotten pretty crazy. And what I liked and what I wanted to highlight about these two situations specifically is the kind of difference between how they went about talking about these films, right? On one hand, you got Quentin, the much more brash, like, yo, he's saying, fuck you to the comic book geeks, fuck you to Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? It's all that. And then you got Kojima coming in real stealthily, like Solid Snake, you know what I'm saying? And actually like meticulously breaking down what's dope about the movie and what he liked about it, right? And so I think that when you kind of look at this entire situation, my point has always been is that I can understand if there are fans that were shocked that this was going to be a musical, or if they went into this not expecting it, or even, you know, just not really wanting it to be a musical, right? But my issue more so is with the conversation that was surrounding the film. It seemed to be about things that didn't matter, like canon and things of that nature, and also things that weren't even in the film to begin with, right? Like the Joker being S8 or whatever, right? And it's like, yo, I don't think that we needed to put things in the movie to try to talk bad about it that weren't there. Like, if the film was good or bad, let it stand like that on its own. Like, there was just a lot of narratives that I didn't understand that was kind of surrounding this film, and that's what made everything so murky, where it's like, yo, what are we even discussing here? Like, are we talking about the quality of the film? Are we mad that the film exists? Are we mad that it exists in the form that it is? It's like, yo, like, can what are we really talking about here, so that way we can kind of pin down whatever the conversation may be and just really kind of hash it out, right?
Do you think James Gunn is behind any of the negative press on this movie?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about that until now. So that wasn't like a premeditated question. That's literally something that just popped into my head right now. And I was like,
no, absolutely.
I wonder how the success of these two films makes them feel.
Bro, if
it's like
if
shit,
Joker 2,
we just did all that work losing $1 billion. We just made it all back.
Right? Bro, if Joker 2 makes $1 billion, it says, hey, we want more of these stories. It doesn't have to necessarily be a Joker film, but they would want, you know, hey, the fan base wants more of these stories. Bro, all of these films had to tank, bro. There was no other, bro. There was no way out. It was the same thing with The Flash. Bro, they showed that movie free dozens of screenings, bro. Like dozens of screenings, like not like early screenings. No, the movie is about to come out. We're going to keep showing it to people that want to go see it for free. So everybody that wants to see it, you can go see it as many times as you want. But then by the time it comes out, it's like, hey, everybody's already seen the film, right? And then here's the thing too, that I really wanted to kind of discuss before we kind of wrap on up. But the word of mouth off of the internet, that shit matters. Do you know how many people that I know personally that I've talked to that said that they did not go see Joker 2 because of the reviews?
I'm sure it was a lot.
Right? And how many of those people would have probably actually liked the movie? See, this movie didn't make a whole bunch of money. So, like, I don't even think it's a thing of people not liking the film. I just don't think that nobody went to go see the shit. And every time that they go online, all of the discourse is saying, don't go see the movie. That shit like permeates now. And I was literally just having this conversation, but yeah, man, like I've talked to like people within the past few days. Multiple people was like, yeah, I didn't go see it because of the reviews.
That's probably got to affect like 35% of moviegoers.
Bro, casual and general audience fans are gonna look to the hardcore fans and these internet channels and YouTube channels. And I don't think a lot of people realize how many of these platforms are kind of, you know, compromised now either, right? So people flocked from television thinking, hey, I'm going to come on to YouTube and these other platforms and I'm going to find people that are just giving their real opinions. And then that's not even real anymore, right? So then,
stepped on.
Yep. By the time you look up, it's like, okay, you know, you can just and I've been saying this, it's like, I don't like this future where a studio can just pay a bunch of influencers to influence and go have people not go fucking see a movie and then all of a sudden it's like, yo, fucking lava gold. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, boy special.
Yeah, man, he knows where shouts out to the homie W Mirror, man. Let me go ahead and give you this drop, bro. This shit just feel right.
Real quick,
my little.
I want to ask you not about the legalities or like the probabilities or anything like that, but can
you just speak to the resolve of your fan base that now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party?
The fan base has consistently been amazing and consistently, look, regardless of what I think, the fan base has their own ideas and they seem to win.
Hey, yo, get a Yu-Gi-Oh drop in here immediately. Immediately. Like, it ain't gonna be right now, but by next stream, a Yu-Gi-Oh drop better be in here immediately. The next time he say something crazy like that, you've activated my trap card. I need some. Yeah, voice note. It's a voice note going in right now. Hey, W for me and you. A voice note is going into the phone right now. Exactly, my brother. Yes, the great Pegasus. Those first few seasons, while he's doing that, those first few seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Prior to the dice, because I'm not gonna lie, they lost me with the dice. The dice, I was out. W-Mir, did you stick around through the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dice era?
Hey, so you wasn't cool with the shooting dice, bro?
I was like, this is too complicated. And it
He
was
said, "Now they shooting dice now."
Like,
He said they shooting dice now, bro.
Nah, bro. I was like, they doing a lot.
He said this shit to turn into a dice game.
4 seasons. I think. Hey, that was it. He stuck around for 4 seasons. The first one was him and Kaiba, right? Or was Pegasus in the first one? No, Pegasus was in the second. Pegasus was in the second joint. Then the third was Battle City. Yeah, and then the fourth one, I think the fourth one was like the second battle or the video game when they played Pegasus in the video game. You remember that? Or the Battle City was amazing. The worst moment in Yu-Gi-Oh history, Eric. Do you remember what it is? Do you remember what I think? I was so pissed at the TV screen when this happened.
What?
When Yu-Gi-Oh finally got the full Egyptian God set and that fucking bug dude on the boat when it was going to Battle City snatched the cards and threw him in the water, I was like, oh, we done went this whole time trying to get these cards, bro. We went, bro. Yes, yeah, bro. We went so long trying to get these cards. You only used them once, I think, bro. We was about to get in there. He was about to go crazy. Exodia.
Yeah, like, the forbidden one, bro.
The forbidden one.
the forbidden.
Bro used to come up out that card and be huge, bro.
Look.
Word, man. Word. So, hey, yo.
Anyway.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to W Mirror, man.
Facts.
Nah,
we
look.
got it, bro.
Yep. But look, anything else on the Tarantino and Kojima front? Cause like, look,
nah, man.
You did say all that, but look, man, these is 2 goats, bro.
I know. I'm leading with that. Both of them are 2 goats. Both of them, they stayed completely true to form, right? Tarantino was absolutely true to form.
That's absolutely true too.
Yeah, this film is more of a real fuck you to these comic book geeks. And even sort of like a fuck you to Hollywood, you know, where we're making the movie that we want and we're fucking doing it our way. And you're gonna like it because it's a fucking good film. Woo-hoo! Hey, I ate, nigga. I ate just now. I cooked. Sheesh. I cooked. I channeled him. I almost had to.
You got a Kojima, bro?
I don't, because he'll never say nothing, bro. It's all parables. You just see like a fucking piece of parchment floating through the wind, and grab that shit and be like, "Oh, the new Kojima scribe." Nigga.
I'm done, bro. Yo,
That's real.
That's
real. You just get parchment.
Yo,
parchment, bro.
Nah, I was glad to see this. You are absolutely right. Both of these gentlemen were definitely true to form. Quentin was Quentin, and Kojima was Kojima, bro. That shit is crazy, right? So I just think that at the end of the day, the conversation needs to move past like this film just has no fan base. I think it's gonna do mad numbers on physical media too. Like, yo, it's hella homies already talking about that they about to buy the 4K. Leon was just talking about how he about to buy the damn steel book. He don't even be getting steel books. I'm buying the 4K. Like, I don't know. This film has a fan base, bro. It's just not a lot of people saw the shit. You know what I mean?
I do think without that negative press, a lot more people would have saw it. And a lot more people would have enjoyed it than they think. A lot of people who think that they wouldn't enjoy the film actually would enjoy it if they went and saw it. I would agree. Agree. Although it may not be what you are looking for or whatever. So
both of them was definitely putting true to form, and I think that's the kind of lasting thought.
Wow. A rusty blade. A rusty blade and a surgeon's scalpel, bro.
Right? Hey, 100%. 100%.
Tell you, rusty blade and a surgeon's scalpel, my G. I mean, Kojima went in there. You was asleep. He cut you open. Took shit out your body, put you back together, boy. You ain't even know it.
You ain't even know it, right? You ain't even know what
Tarantino fucking skins you up. Tarantino opens you with no sedative.
Gangrene. Yeah, gangrenous wound.
Gangrene shit.
Right? Nah, bro.
Stitched you with a straight up sewing kit.
You're right. Oh my God.
For real.
Look, we got to get on out of here, man. Y'all have a good one. We will be back later this week with another night shift. Yeah, dig. Any last words before we get on out of here, Brody?
I want to say before we get out of here.
Oh,
yes.
For sure.
I want my day in court. Okay. I'm willing to stand trial.
Oh my God. You know what? At first I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I thought about it. I'm like, okay. I see where this is good.
My day in court. Pirates of the Caribbean 2 is the greatest sequel of all time. Bar none. And has an argument for one of the greatest movies ever made. Literally one of the greatest films ever made.
Dead man's chest.
Remove the fact. Step away from the fact that it's a fucking Pirates movie and it's a Disney movie. Step away from that for 1 second. I'm going to eviscerate shit when I'm allowed to make this argument. When I have my day in court. What a glorious day it will be. Give me my day in court, bro. Give me my day in court, bro.
I feel it, man.
I'm gonna bring a gavel.
Map that up.
What? That's what I'm gonna be doing with that shit.
Bro, I'm done, bro. Look, we're gonna get at y'all next time. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.
Ryan.